Can you sit, please? That we can start, please. Okay. Silent, please. Shh. Come on. Welcome, everybody. Thank you to come back here today. Now we start with the second days, and I hope you enjoyed the dinner yesterday and also the marvelous evening that we had yesterday in Venice. So now we start. I ask to Jan Sharmat and Paulo Barreto to come here for the first presentation of our latest news on the Calypso standard.
Good morning. So my name is Jan Sharmat. I currently work for the National French Railways, SNCF, in charge of technical expertise for electronic ticketing. And I am to become the new operational manager for the CNA by the end of this year, after Philippe Vapro. You want to introduce yourself? Or no? Okay, and you already know Paolo. So we would like this morning to, over the next 30 minutes, to talk about the latest news about Calypso technical solutions and services today and tomorrow. So, as you may know, Calypso provide a complete range of products for users. In terms of cards, you know the three products that Calypso provide: Calypso Prime, Calypso Lite, Calypso Basic, aiming at meeting various needs, at a proper price, various technical and functional needs. Calypso also provides solutions for mobiles, the Calypso applet, and the Calypso HCE solution, enabling systems to do without secure elements. And, well, this is the latest news about this. All those solutions, cards and mobile solutions, now include PKA functionalities, enabling systems to do without integrated secure elements. I don't know whether you want to add something.
Just to give a bit more, well, the welcome to our newest product on the product range that closes the product range, which is Basic. It was launched this year. It's always hard to say that we close, but I would say that for the foreseeable future, the product range is complete. And the key factor with the product range is consistency. So all of the products behave in the same way, follow the same standards, have the same goal of being performant, secure, and using NFC. So all of them seek to give a great user experience in terms of when to use your support and to be consistent. So there's no weird thing. You just present your card or your phone in an easy and fast way. Quick word on certification, of course, is very, very important for that. We had a roundtable yesterday that spoke a lot about certification, so I won't go through that again. It was a very, very interesting roundtable. And one of the things that we will also keep doing, we have plenty of guides these days, plenty of white books, and we'll keep doing them because we believe that's part of our job, is to share and to provide more knowledge to networks so that we together can shape the future of ticketing, because all of us need to raise a bit our knowledge, so operators together with the suppliers to become more of a partnership and less of a providing of service.
Yeah, so the idea is to sustain users' strategies towards Calypso systems with technical products, and as Paolo's just said, with a certification policy. So for us, both are very important to sustain a strategy towards Calypso standardized systems. We can quote also, and you heard yesterday a testimony about the using of Kipple, which is, as a reminder, software development kit enabling a system to get software functional layer, and we can quote also as well solution proposals, Calypso proposals, and we talked about that yesterday also, a range of guides always to sustain your efforts towards building Calypso systems. We can quote, for instance, the guide for the call of tenders, well, I think for today.
Let's check tomorrow.
Yeah. So.
There we go.
So let's talk about what we are thinking of developing tomorrow, always aiming at, as written here, making the user's life easier. In terms of products, we will quote, of course, the new SAM, the new Open SAM, which is a new kind of security module, aiming at being accessible to all manufacturers. So Calypso has already specified it, and if you want to add something about
yes,
the Open SAM.
So the first revolution, of course, with the Open SAM is the fact that it's open. It has a license policy, it has certification, it's open for all suppliers, but we did not stop there. We wanted to really make sure that the SAM is ready for the next 20 years. The previous one has been used for a long time, it's been maintained, but it hasn't really evolved. And what we're doing is a bit of a revolution. We are making it multi-application, we're making it updatable remotely. So much like the talk we had yesterday on the evolution of systems, sometimes of the key barriers is the SAM that needs to be exchanged. So we're going to make it remotely updatable. So you don't need to change the SAM, you don't need to remove it from the equipment, you can update it remotely. That also means you can maintain it much better. We've also added new functionalities that improve the security for both light and basic. The previous SAM is more prime-oriented, and in this case, we bring functionalities which are specific to increase counter-security and traceability of information. It's meant to be on any form factor, not just the ID SIM, so same specification whether you have a SAM or an HSM. And we have a draft of the specification already ready, like Jan said, and we will be starting next month with the certification process.
Thank you. And again, the idea is to provide specifications accessible to every manufacturer willing to produce those security modules, and that's of course really important for us in terms of open standard. So the second topic we wanted to quote about tomorrow's Calypso solution. We are thinking of working about the standardization of interfaces within centralized systems, such as ABT. We also mentioned those kind of systems yesterday. So the idea within a centralized system is to, well, provide specification about standardized interfaces to sustain the development of such systems.
Yeah, we saw that yesterday with the presentation from ACTV, that middleware, where you can just change the equipment without changing the central system and vice versa. Plenty of operators have made that standardization of that interface, and we think we need to share that with everybody. So have a really common interface for all operators. We've standardized the cards, we are standardizing the SAM. We have Keeple, which already helps on how to talk between the card and the terminal. And now we need to go between the terminal and the central system and to standardize that as well, to have all networks benefit from the advantages that Venice just said and presented yesterday here. And that links also with our work on ABT. It's not something we've done in the past, and we need to continue doing it with maybe a particular view, because we tend to hear it's ABT or CBT or card-based ticketing. We're clearly very much interested in ensuring that our products work on a card-based ticketing. They're meant for that. But that means that they can do ABT. And we need to consider that systems will not do either one or the other. They need to work together. And that's, I think, where we have the added value proposition, is to consider exactly how a card-based system and an ABT system will work together. What are the benefits that one can bring to the other using the same products or using different kind of products? So we will continue with that. And this standardization of interfaces also goes with the standardization of the information that needs to be exchanged on an ABT system. We've explored that a bit in the past, and we will reinforce and complement it on the next coming years.
Yes. And that standardization is always aiming at, guaranteeing interoperability between systems, because we know that the use of different systems, that a card can, be handled by several systems within his life cycle, and we have to be eager to maintain interoperability within, between those systems. And the efforts of standardization are aiming at that. We can add something, because we talked about the certification policy, which is for us the second important proposal that Calypso can provide for users. We talked about today's certification, that's the certification of cards, and as we mentioned it yesterday at the roundtable, we are currently working on the certification of terminals. This is currently being specified. I don't know whether if you want to add something about that technically.
Yeah. I think we've been announcing terminal certification. If people have been asking for it, Cristiano yesterday was saying, please, God, just do it already. And it's coming. It should be here next year. So it's always next year, I know, but next year is next year. We hope to have it the full process done, because it's clearly the RFID interface is not enough. We need to functionally certify everything. We now have all of the tools necessary for that. It's been specified in the test plan. We have Keeple, we have the reference interfaces, we have everything ready to be able to go forward with that certification, then we need two things. It's operators requesting terminal certification, and it's suppliers actually going through terminal certification. We know that certification is never a pleasant subject. Well, yesterday it was. I was surprised, but it was a nice and open talk, but it is clearly a need.
Well, I think, do we have more, 10 minutes more, I would say? All the time we need. That's luxury. So, so we wanted, of course, to let you ask some questions, if you have, about today's solutions, about what we talked for tomorrow. And we are quite eager to know whether those technical and functional solutions we are talking about actually meet your needs, or perhaps you would have other topics you would like Calypso to work about, other needs to express, so we can take that time to hear your questions or need expressions.
No question?
Sorry, I'm this far, Manon. Jim from BMC. I've got one question on the certification of the terminals topic. Imagine we would want to have new validators today on for certain PTOs. Is it ready? Is it technically specified? Do you have any documents for supporting that today?
We do have the specifications for the reference APIs, so the interfaces. We have the specification for the test plan. We just need to finish the certification process, the test tools, and to kick it off. Right now we have a declarative process where the supplier reads the specifications and he declares that he follows them, which is not perfect, but it's something, because we're sure that in the past some suppliers didn't read the entire specifications. But next year we'll actually be testing things and making sure that it's working.
And perhaps we can, sorry, and perhaps we can talk about the registering process online, which is the first path for certification, as we mentioned it yesterday. So even if everything's not completely ready today for a new device, you can already register online and answer a few technical questions that we will provide to study, to make sure that your developments are compliant with the Calypso specifications. So that's the first path you can already make to sustain your developments, the developments of the devices.
Other question? Everything is okay? Clear? Okay.
So perhaps as a conclusion, feel free to ask questions to the team every time you need. We will be available for that, to answer any question about our products and solutions. And also, if you have to express other needs, feel free to do that anytime. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So now I